Let's make a start on stripping the engine down and working out what is wrong. I like to go through the basics first, so what we're going to do first is a leak down test, and let's see how our valves are seating. I need to find top dead centre on the first cylinder. What I've done is I've got a camera inside, down for the spark plug hole, back down to my phone here. Starting motor's nicely got a ratchet at the top, so we can turn the engine over. You can just see the hand moving, what we can watch on the screen. Until we're nicely at top dead centre. Now we need the leak down tester. Right, now that we know we're at top dead centre on cylinder 1, we need to screw in our adapter. It's got an O-ring, so we just need to make sure we give it a little nip. Our leak down tester, and then we need to set our pressure. We want to get that to close as 0 as we can. So we adjust on our regulator here. So our gauge connected, you can clearly see we are 25% leakage, and we can hear our leak. So, but we can clearly hear that we are leaking out of our inlet valves. That's not what I wanted to see, because that is engine strip. So if you've watched some of our previous videos on this Centurion Avery, you'll know that I did do a compression test on it when the engine was still fitted. And perhaps you're wondering why we've now gone for the leak off test. And what does the leak down tester do? So the leak down tester is you're putting a measured amount of air into the engine, and then you're measuring how much air is needed to maintain a specific pressure. And that's shown as a percentage on the second gauge. So on our engine we have lost, as you can see, we've got 25% leakage on A1, 35 in B2, A5, 39, our worst being B3 at 40%, and we've labelled where we can hear the leaks. We don't appear to be pressurising the crankcase at all, so all of our problems appear to be valve related. So why did I do a leak down test after doing a compression test? She shows visible signs of valves not seating correctly. Our inlet manifold is black and sooty, and both air cleaners show signs of air forcing back the wrong way. So this test has kind of proven what we already knew, and that unfortunately means engine strip and some special tools. Here's a couple I've made earlier. This is what the Rolls-Royce tool looks like for a drawn off the cylinder banks. I made 2 of these and I broke one on a seized engine. So my version looks like this. Picks up on several more holes, as well as the cam pedestal holes. Unlike a conventional engine where you lift the head off in one go, then you've got your block where your cylinders are. These are set out differently, and they're banks, and you lift off the whole assembly in one go. So we need to get the camshafts out of the way, then we can get to our bank bolts, we can undo them, and then start drawing that up. So the important bit is we need to make sure we take them off gradually, so we don't snap the crank camshafts. So now my special tools, they bolt on there, the monster bolts on well. I was just undoing the head bolts already so I could show you how the clamps bolt on properly and how they push. And yes, that one, I don't know how the camera picks up, is rusty. It's just actually been snapped for a while. Ironically, the last two Meteors I've took to bits have both had the same bolt snap, and I haven't really found a reason on either of the other engines why it snapped. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any more telltale signs on this one why it snapped. So our camshaft is shaft driven via this tube up here to our bevel gear and our drive shaft, which adjusting the timing is quite easy. You've got a circlip on here, you remove that collar, then you can just pick that shaft up and index it round. However, Josh is just putting his stuff back over there because his car is rotten.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
One side.
Wilder Aaron's been at it. Which must be a Josh thing, because I've welded both your cars now. Never ordered myself. Vauxhall it is.
Need to replace the engine. Yeah.
Right. So our clamps are on, and we push down on the head studs, and there's a little locating lug in there for the pointed bar to go into. Last two nuts here, which are hand tight. I'll take this one off and show you, because the head stud tubes, there we go, we've got it. So all trains back through the head stud tubes, which adds another like 150 O-rings to the engine. Yeah, this engine is full of O-rings. There's no head gasket. Everything's on O-rings and fire rings. So, we're ready to lift the head off. Your job at home is to cross your fingers and your toes, because we want to find good things in here. I guess you'll already know by the title of the video. Our engine is beep, or our engine is good. So it's just a case of 1 turn on each, or half turn I guess. And you'll see the engine slowly draw up and pour oil and water over the floor, but we're currently quite tight. Tighter than I'd like, lifting off. We don't really know why. Except for the starter motor still attached to the engine, which does have anti-kickback. And because we last used it on the ratchet on the dog at the top, potentially is engaged. So we drop the starter motor off, it will, because the engine does need to rotate slightly as it comes out. But it does that itself.
No, that's good. That was
But no, but I get there. Yeah. Okay. Alright, we're gonna miss the ball completely. Fuck, right.
Well, why can you see into this one?
Fuck, right. We have to man this out.
This side I've got. Way to go into it.
Hang on, stop. What's that there?
There's a little.
Oh, it's the liner for the seal for the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. Because we can't go back down.
Mister, where the hell is it?
Ready?
Yeah.
Alright, hands in the trom.
Yep.
Right, your end up.
That's not how you do it.
Yeah, that's not how you lift the bank off. We're dead. I
wasn't breathing for that.
I messed up. I had to replace the nuts on my drawer because the last engine we did ruined them. I've got them at the wrong angle, which I will correct for this side. Round two, and as you saw previously, that round one didn't go to plan. Me and Josh nearly died. Bit of exaggeration, but it knackered us. So with our readjusted studs, we'll start to wind B bank off. As you can see, this being the bit that makes the mess. Just see the bottom of the liners starting to appear out now. You really see now the heads are bolted on to the barrels up here.
Still fairly even?
Yeah. Just see the bottom of the liner now coming out of the crankcase. Go through now. It might be worth swapping over again to
The other two.
yeah. When it says it's on. Oh, no. We believe
Lift from here.
we live from here. You feel. No.
Are we going over or not?
Yeah.
I didn't realise it's leant over so far.
I cover my eyes because I'm crying. Because I'm cutting up my valve clamp.
So what are we currently doing?
We're cutting my really nice valve spring compressor. That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
It's not my dad's, it's my one. It's my one.
we've had to make it a bit longer.
We have.
About 6 inches longer.
It's, yeah. We to go around the barrels. We don't want to separate the barrels from the heads. We'll explain why once we get back round to the engine. But my poor spring compressor.
We do lack certain things every now and then. One of which is those nice butts of oil to dip your hot work in.
But since we're in Norfolk,
And it's been raining for most of the day, and we've got a pothole in the drive. You've got to go get that now. That might have been a bit too far. It's gone. We've lost our special tool. We'll have to make a new one. We've got to clean this now. We're sticking that in an engine.
yeah. It's dead to me, I'd have cut it off. If anyone's still wondering, it's still raining in Norfolk.
That's quite nice currently, but I think that's
Ain't nice up there.
no, ain't over there. But it's sunny. It's still cold.
Only laughing so we don't cry. Joyce holds the camera a minute. I like this clamp. This clamp was pretty good, so we ordered it for a Meteor. Does it fit, Josh?
Let me come round. I can see it. Let's see. So this bit's on. Yeah, he fits. And then I'll follow it round and. Oh. I think we're cutting slots in our barrels.
If you open it, it fits lovely.
It does. Can you close one at all? No.
So, that's annoying that doesn't fit, so we'll re-alter that. And on our next video on the Meteor engine, which will be hopefully this week, we'll start overhauling the head. We'll start taking the valves out, we'll test and check the valves, we'll then grind them if they need grinding, or lap them if they need lapping. I'm expecting it just to be a carbon issue, really. And start putting it all back together. Other jobs we've got to do to it is rebuild the magnetos, rebuild the ignition harness, rebuild the carburetors, rebuild the fuel pumps, chuck it back in the tank, and then get to the show in a month and a week. See you guys later on.